I was raised in a Christian household, two lovely parents, Matt and Amy. Church growing up was really my life, or not in a sense of it was my lifestyle, but like I knew what it was all the time. I accepted Jesus in my heart at a very young age, and I understood the ins and outs of the Christian life, how it was supposed to look. I knew all the right answers to the Sunday school questions, and you know, life never threw me any curveballs from a very young age. Lots of kids are challenged in a way that challenges their faith and makes them make it their own. But for me, I kind of just maintained that mindset of, you know, my parents believed this, so therefore I should. And so yeah, early on that was pretty much what I thought of Jesus, and that was my relationship with the Lord. One of the biggest things that kind of turned my life around in the sense of obtaining my own relationship with Christ was my mission trip to Nicaragua in my junior summer. And what that did actually for me was it got me out of my bubble, my routine of, you know, going to school, going to practice, and then going home. It really shifted my focus from myself to how I can influence others and, you know, commit myself to the Lord. And so going to another country and gaining that perspective on what poverty looks like and what it means to be selfless really put my life back on track towards the kingdom of heaven rather than the kingdom of myself. Isaiah 41, but those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary, and they will walk and not be faint. That's kind of like a super typical verse. You hear it a lot in the Christian world, but for me it's super special because it touches on how putting your strength in the Lord is the only way to truly find endurance in this insane life, you know. For me as a competitor, running and not growing weary is an insane motto in my life, you know. I firsthand know exactly what it feels like to be in the third mile of a 5K and feel that weariness, and so I take that to my life. And when I run into these tribulations, these challenges, grounding myself in the Lord and finding His strength to not grow weary and stay endured through the challenges has really been a big part of my life. I have a couple of role models in my life, one of them being my dad. He's just always been that solid example of what a man of God should look like in leading his family, being part of the church, being involved in the church. And so I've obviously always looked up to him as that kind of role model. Another one of my big mentors, he's actually a freshman in college now. He was my running buddy, actually. We used to be on the same, we were on the same high school track and cross country team, and we've spent a lot of time together just because of the sheer amount that we've been running together. And through that, he's really sculpted me and like walked me through what a walk with Jesus looks like. And he himself is a very down-to-earth guy, super logical. And so the way that he approached Christianity and following Jesus was new, and I've never experienced it in that way. And he explained things to me in ways that made sense, and how following Jesus isn't a have to, but a get to, and that you know, the only way to compete, to live life, is for Him and for His glory. His name was Matt Jackson, and he has really just influenced the way that I think about the Lord and about my walk with Christ, especially through competition, track and field, cross country, that kind of thing. Baptism, as I understand it, is a public declaration that you are committing to following this dude in the sky for the rest of your life, and you're just making that known to everyone. And so for me, I'm choosing to get baptized now because it's my senior year, and in the next 3 months I'll be moving on to a brand new phase of my life, going to college. And so really baptism for me is going to be an anchor in my life. I want to have that solid ground, knowing that I've been born again, and everyone knows that I've been born again in the eyes of Christ. And so I think having that knowledge that I've been washed by the waters is just going to really ground me in the next years when challenges and difficulties come up in my life. Hi, my name is Cameron Chu, and I'm getting baptized today.